Hello, everybody, and this is Auntie. And before we lay our heads down tonight, I wanted to give an update on the Nancy Guthrie video that was released today. So let's just get into it. We ain't gonna waste no time. The federal authorities and the including the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department released still images and short video clips from a doorbell camera at Nancy's house in Tucson, Arizona, right? The footage appears to show a masked individual wearing a ski mask, glove, pants, jackets, and a backpack. When we look at the video that I'm about to share with you, the footage appears to show this person approach the front door camera, try to block or cover it, and they stepped away, went and got some leaves or something out of the yard. Um, they are alleging that you can see in this video that this individual has a holstered firearm visible at their waist, though it isn't clear if it's an actual pew pew. In one of the clips, the figure is seen trying to obscure the camera with their gloved hand and a flashlight in their mouth and even a ripped plant from the yard. Investigators are saying that the footage was recovered after working with private partners to pull data that was originally inaccessible or partially corrupted because the camera system didn't have an active subscription and was disconnected before she disappeared. Now, they're saying that this footage matters because this is the first visual lead the public has seen in this case. As we all remembered yesterday, Savannah took to social media to tell people that they are in need of our help. The deadline for having a Nancy um, ransom being paid was yesterday, and that has expired. When I looked at this video, and someone sent me a still picture of it, I'm gonna see if I can find one somewhere. Y'all, I know it's probably not right. And I know people are saying that this is a man. But when I looked at them arch eyebrows and them lashes, I was like, are y'all sure this is a man? Let me play this video real quick. Let me just show y'all that I just was like, this don't look like a man. And I know that they think it does, and people are saying that it does, but I don't know. So here we go. I'm gonna rewind this back. It's the even the way that the hand is being held here. This looks like a woman, but okay. Okay, so someone sent me this picture zoomed in on. I'm gonna see if I can find it. And I was like, it looks like a woman. Why are the eyebrows arched? The eyebrows are thirdly arched. Now, I know that they're saying that the person has a goatee. I didn't see that. Y'all let me know downtown in the comments if y'all saw that. But in my opinion, it looks like a woman, and maybe it is a man, but them snatch eyebrows and the lashes. it leads me to believe that things ain't always what we see. Now, I know that the person is thick, right? And people are saying that the body looks like a man. But I done seen some women with y'all, this look like a woman to me. Um, and I know that they said that this person has a mustache and a goatee. But could there have been a disguise? Let me see if I can find a picture and have y'all see the picture of the goatee. I mean the eyelashes. Let me see if I can find it. Someone sent me a close up. Now this is the individual with the flashlight in their mouth. But look at the eyelashes. The eyebrows and the eyelashes. Now you're not going to see this part because that's the mouth. But when I hope that y'all could see that. I was like, is this a woman disguised as a man? Could we all be wrong about what we're thinking? Could we, y'all? I don't know. But I'm just asking. According to the AP News, this is the first visual lead the public has seen in the case, and they're providing the only currently released image of a person who was at the home around the time of Nancy's disappearance. Authorities have not identified the individual and have not publicly confirmed them as a suspect or a person of interest. They're releasing the footage in hopes that someone recognizes the person's build, their gait, their clothing, and other features. The footage also doesn't show Nancy Guthrie, nor does it reveal what happened to her after the camera was tampered with. Since these images have been released, there has been a lot of public speculation that has been driven by, different social media sites and stuff like that. In the comment section, I picked up a couple of them. Some of the identity theories. Some viewers claim that the individual's height, build, and gait look familiar, with suggestions that someone in the Tucson area might recognize the clothing or the movement pattern, while others online are parsing the backpack shape, shoe tread, and glove style to determine if the person has been surveilling the house beforehand. Other people are saying that, some retired investigators are quoted in media saying that the person's attempt to disable the camera, though visible and sometimes awkward, could indicate the planning was not professional, right? And it wasn't someone who is in a criminal enterprise, while other people are talking about the behavior, right? They're saying that the deliberate masking was clumsy. It was an attempt to obscure the camera as neither evidence or nervousness or a stage act intended to mislead the investigators. Other people on social media are saying this, y'all. What do y'all think about this? They're debated whether the footage shows the actual abductor or an accomplice in the crime, given that no clear proof ties this particular figure directly back to Nancy's disappearance beyond their presence being at the home, while others are speculating that multiple people could be involved or that the footage might have been from a different event. Though law enforcement maintains the timing does align with the documented events shortly before Nancy went missing. Now, let me tell you what the online criminal mind sleuths are saying. They have a heavy focus on the clothing brand and style, which would it looked like it was some metallic gloves, right? It looked like metallic gloves. Let me go back to it. Do they sell men metallic gloves, or did the gloves come off as metallic because of the camera coverage on it? Let me see. Let's look at it again. So it looks, you see how it looks metallic or black? It look like it maybe it's black, it's puffy gloves. Why, if you are going out there to like really commit a crime, would you have on puffy gloves? It seems like you would have something that's thinner, that has a little sensors on it, right? So you can, have real time touch with the gloves on. I don't know, but they really thick, and it doesn't seem like somebody in the heat of the night. Now I know that the desert gets cold at night, but it don't get that daggone cold where you looking like you got snow gloves on. But let's look again, y'all. You see the awkwardness in the hand and in the wrist. And what do y'all think about that backpack? Y'all tell me in the comment section what y'all think about that backpack. Let me continue telling y'all what the people are saying. They're talking about the clothing, brand, and the style. They're looking, and the sleuths are talking about what kind of backpack model was it. And they're comparing the doorbell footage to other neighborhood camera captures and facial recognition debates despite the mask. So some people are saying that they think that they can do that despite the fact that they have that on, that mask on. Okay. And now remember, these are just speculations. They haven't been verified by law enforcement or anything like that. Um, but despite the release of this footage and the widespread social media discussions that have been going on, no suspect has been publicly named or arrested. I also saw another article, or I don't know whether or not it was a video or not, but they were talking about how really the family has never talked to this person. It's all been through other means and other sources to get the information to them. But I'm looking at it, I'm saying, could this be something we don't know about? Sometimes it's the obvious is not so obvious, which is why I have been just running it like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to see if there's anything that I can see. I've been watching hand gestures and the flick of the wrist. And even here, when they turn around, right, I'm looking at the thickness of the legs and everything, the bow leggedness of it. And I'm like, you don't really know who this person is. But I can't imagine that there is possibly someone who is going to be sitting. Okay, what are you saying? Is a It looks like they're using their left hand. It's not reverse. You thought that too, Susan. Someone else has said that they think it's a woman too. Okay. Two court for words 100 said, I thought it was odd that the person went and picked up the weeds. Weird. Okay, Yazelle said the walk looks like a man to me. Okay, that's fair. You think so, Miss Pretty Wings? A lot of people are speculating that this may have just been one person that was at the door, but that they were accompanied by someone else, at least one or two more people. There are a lot of speculations out there. Lucy says, I initially thought it was a woman too, but no boobs. That means nothing, but that stands from behind bow legs. Someone knows who that is. And that's what I was about to say. Can you imagine sitting at the dinner table, right? Across from your significant other, and you've seen this footage, and you realize, well, God, my boo thing looked like the person that was covering up that peephole and that camera. And you at the table, y'all having y'all little meal, and you just sitting there like, and you and you gotta play that off until you can get to a phone, and you gotta make sure that they never saw your face go like, can you imagine the person and the people? I don't think it was the son-in-law anymore. I think that that was too easy, and I think that they have been out there back and forth. If it was him, why haven't they solved that yet? And you can fake a mustache, but you can't fake arched eyebrows. Those eyebrows are arched. And I'm not saying men. You said they have detained someone and they have detained someone and interviewing the neighbors. Y'all, let me look this up. Let me look that up and see if that's out here on the street or if this is just another rumor. Hold on. I'm gonna say anyone. So we're gonna go to USA Today. Person detained for questioning in Nancy Guthrie disappearance. This came out at 10:31 today. A person has been detained by law enforcement in Arizona and is being questioned in connection with Nancy Guthrie's alleged kidnapping. Earlier today, they detained the subject during a traffic stop south of Tucson. The subject is currently being questioned in connection to the Nancy's investigation. And the statement came out at 7 p.m. They said this development came just hours after the FBI Director Cash Patel released surveillance videos with with Nancy's doorbell camera, which showed an alleged suspect in the case. The masked individual described by Patel as an armed individual appearing to have tampered with the camera at Nancy Guthrie's front door the morning of her disappearance was not identified by the authorities. Okay. Let me see if they have something else. So they give the crime line. So right now, someone has been detained as a as P Tang 858 has indicated, and we'll see what comes of that. Okay, you said Lucy said they are also getting search warrants for that person detained location. Good night, Miss Mandy. Thank you for being here. Jasmine said they look like they are wearing multiple gloves to me. So this may be a good lead because they were doing a timeline of how long it would take the person to get to Nancy. So maybe this is a good lead, y'all. I'm just ready for this to be over. And I'm ready for it to come to a conclusion. I am hoping that Nancy is still alive and kicking, and that she been ornery and it just giving them a run for their money, and they just, what I'm saying, they ready for this to be over. Because I think that you all probably, if you sit down here with me tonight, you just as obsessed with this case as I am. Okay. um yeah, I agree with that. Yes, I agree. Jasmine. Jasmine said, "Me too. It's gone on too long. The family must be a mess." And the thing about it is, when you sit and you watch different content creators or news channels that are on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, there's so many um different opinions and updates, and after you just going constantly down the rabbit hole. You turn around and look, it's 4 or 5 hours later, you ain't did what you was supposed to do. It's just a lot, but I'm sure that if it has been out there for a while, somebody would have been able to identify that person sitting across from the table. I think that that they say that the eyes are the window of the soul, and I think that because they got a good look at the eyes, eventually a family, a friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, or a wife, you would be able to identify that person. You would be able to identify that person. If y'all saw me behind a mask, let me sing. Let me see. Y'all watch me all the time, right? So if I had let's just say I had a mask on, this ain't gonna go around my head. But you would be able to identify my eyes if I had something above it or under it. Let's see. Eventually you'll be able to say, oh my God, that's that damn auntie. You understand what I'm saying? Someone would know who you are because your eyes are the window to your soul. That's how a lot of times I can tell, like when something is AI, if I'm unable to see the hands of the people to see whether or not AI took some fingers or gave them some more, or use another arm, I can tell by the eyes when something is AI. I can tell. So I'm just hoping, y'all. I just want to keep y'all up to date. I know y'all have probably been inundated and looking at people content like I have, who may have more information. But I just want to make sure that every time I get an opportunity and I see something new, that we have a real quick discussion about what it is that we're seeing, what's going on with this, because this has just gone on too long. And I don't know. So like on this one right here, somebody AI generated it. Let me see. So someone took it. Oh, look at this, y'all. Y'all, let's check this out. This is my first time seeing this. Somebody AI'd it and put a light on it. Oh my God, let's look at this, y'all. Let me share this. Look at that, y'all. With the flashlight in the mouth, somebody took it and dropped it into AI and put color on it. I'm hoping that y'all able to see this. Oh yeah, that's a man. The gate that's standing to the side like that, that's a man. Yeah. Seeing it this way, I tell you, people can do the most with the leaves. Can you imagine being 84, 85 years old and this person is walking up in your door? The fear that just probably came upon her. Oh my God. So we see that the gloves are black. I saw the holster in the front. That's so freaking scary. Okay, you saying what? Okay, Auntie, look up the SIL's band. There's a pic from HINDUSTAN Times as a pic. I think that's him. Okay, let me look it up real quick before I go to bed. SIL's band. SIL band. No, that ain't it. Let me see what you. Let me come back to this comment. Pick from HIN. Okay, let's check that out. Hmm? Now, what pick am I supposed to be finding? Okay. They trying to say that this mustache is the same as the one that's in the mask? Is that what they trying to say? Okay. Let me see. So this is what I found using what you asked me to look under. So this is a comparison that people are doing. This is the son-in-law, and this is what they're comparing it to. Hmm. Tommaso, seen with Nancy, is an old family photo and a recent photo of the suspect in Guthrie's kidnapping as shared by the FBI. This is this paper. Y'all see what this is. What are they implying? So they're implying that. So are they implying that that's him? Okay. Let me see if I can copy this and paste it into. No, but ain't letting me copy it. Okay. It says posted 6 hours ago. Article entitled. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Article entitled "Who is Dominique Dominic Evans and what what is his connection to Nancy?" Okay, hold on. Don't see a comparison because this man doesn't have a mustache, and in that picture, that person has a mustache. Let me pull up some images. Oh, he do got the little. Uh, He do look like he got the little mustache down in the bottom that was in the mask. Let me see. See how you be going down these rabbit holes? Yeah, he do got that little boop. Um, that's a little scary. That is a little scary. Y'all can't be doing this to me before I go to bed. Y'all gonna have me up all night. Y'all, I'm trying to find an article here. Hold on, y'all. See how I be going down this rabbit hole? So an hour ago, where's Annie? Authorities are canvassing the Arizona neighborhood of Annie, looking in the brush and in the resident's backyard shed. They're canvassing her neighborhood. This was posted an hour ago. They said it is unclear where Annie is amid this manhunt and whether or not she is at her Tucson home. While she was previously seen in videos released by her sister, she has not publicly spoken out after the FBI released surveillance photos and videos. What are you talking about, Willis? Why she ain't been seen? Where she at? Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole. Look up Mark or okay. Oh, God, oh, he came right up. Oh, they looking for him? They looking for him? But honey, let me tell you, they putting everybody face up on the side of this. This is all alleged. This is all alleged. Yeah, they say online speculation has prematurely linked Savannah's ex-husband, Mark. Yeah, they said the authorities, y'all, have not substantiated any of these claims. They said the FBI has issued a statement and said no suspects have been named, and law enforcement has not even identified the person shown in these images. Moreover, NBC News reported that the Guthrie family reviewed the surveillance images released by the FBI, but said that they do not recognize the individuals shown. I mean, they is so many pictures. Thank you, sweetie pie. Yeah. CXM 305 said, I hope Nancy is okay. Trying to not lose hope. Mark is a news executive. Don't think he would do this for ransom claims of 6 million. But where's Nancy? Where is Nancy though? Okay, so let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me go down this rabbit hole. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so right now it's just a headline with nothing. I don't see where he talks about a masked man. That was updated by Fox News 2 hours ago. But I don't see 4 hours ago. Law enforcement officials did not identify. I don't see anything to confirm that. And I'm looking, okay? Yeah, the latest that I have as of 54 minutes ago, they're questioning someone. And with AI, um, with AI, they can take that mask off and recreate the face that's under it. What you saying, boo? I'm still tripping off the fact that they drove the mama home and nobody helped her settle in with her mobility issues. I wouldn't let my mama go home and not make sure she isn't settled in. Yeah, it's so many questions in it, y'all. Y'all know when this is over and when we've made some headway on this, we got to come and have a serious powwow. I'm talking about taking y'all calls, dropping a link, everything. We have got to talk about this. I'm just concerned that the deadline wasn't met and what her condition is in. You saw it where, Megan? Auntie, I just seen a payment was made to the Bitcoin account for the ransom. Where'd you see it at, sweetie? I agree. I agree with that too. Megan is saying she just saw where a payment was made. I don't know where that came. Right. How much was the payment? Yeah, a lot of these are bots. Let me ask. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So as of 4 hours ago, they're saying that the FBI changed their tactics and that They had said that the ransom note has not even been authenticated. They said it's too speculative to make a payment. And that's according to WVIR News. So that may have been just somebody. Yeah. Jenny said TMZ said there was activity in the Bitcoin wallet, but it sounded like it wasn't related to the ransom. Yeah, they said that the one that I just looked at from WVIT said that they are trying to authenticate it. hmm So we're gonna wait and see. We'll be back tomorrow. Just wanted to have a conversation with y'all about it before I lay my head down. We still gonna be praying. We still gonna be praying, y'all. I just hope that this has a wonderful ending for Miss Nancy. Cause I can't imagine. Yeah, yeah, y'all. Let's just keep praying. We'll be back as soon as we find something that's more locked in, I guess. Something that is authenticated in a true update. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here.